Hello, Dr. Holly Ferguson, Superintendent of Schools in Prosper ISD, coming to you from Rogers Middle School. I'm actually standing in the choir room where many of our students engage in vocal exercises to prepare for concerts and all sorts of fabulous performances that they do throughout the year. Rogers was built in 2008, so it's actually now with our two new middle schools, it's one of our older middle schools, which is kind of hard to hear at times. It's named for Lorraine Rogers, who was actually a resident and a longtime family, the Lane family, who lived in Prosper, and so she went on to become the president of the University of Texas in the 70s, which is quite outstanding for a woman during that time to be able to be named the president of a university. So certainly someone who truly deserves the highest honor. So we're glad to have one of our buildings named after Lorraine Rogers. So let's talk about a couple things that are coming up. Obviously, we have October 12th, and that's a no school day for our students. I want to talk to you all a little bit about COVID. It's not, as you can imagine, not one of my favorite topics to discuss because it tends to be consuming our world, especially in the world of education, because we are bringing students into our buildings. But most recently, we had to actually close, but virtually instruct Cockrell Elementary. And I want to talk about how we came to that decision. It's not a decision certainly that we take lightly, but one of the things that we do on a daily basis is monitor the number of COVID cases. And those COVID cases and close contact measures can be between the students and the staff. And so in discussion with the Collin County Health Department this weekend, one of the questions that I was asked as a superintendent is, can you have school? Do you have enough staff members in order to be able to continue to open the doors of the school building? And that really is what brought us to the conclusion, not only student safety, we're always concerned about that and making sure our kids are safe, but we had to look at the staff piece of it, and we had nearly 20% of our staff that were considered close contact or they were positive for COVID-19, and so a decision had to be made. Certainly one that pained me to no end to have to make, because I'm a proponent of our kids being in our buildings and getting the social, emotional, and developmental support that they need, but certainly safety is one that we had to put at the very, very front, as we always should, but also looking at the safety of our own staff. So I want to thank Ms. Dopide and her team at Cockrell Elementary for acting quickly and making sure that instruction continued for our students at Cockrell Elementary. So not the best topic in the world to talk about. I love to talk about the great things that are happening around our district, but I did want to bring some clarity to the topic of COVID and what ultimately will push us to the point of closing a school if we have to. So I hope that that has given you some good information. We are stronger together because we are Prosper and we are one.